How can I feel more comfortable with change? Change can be difficult to deal with, mainly because it is uncomfortable. However, change is an essential part of life. If you can't deal with change, you will never move forward or grow as a person. Below are some ways to help yourself to be more comfortable with any changes that are coming your way. Recognize when change is coming. Sometimes change is so uncomfortable because you weren't expecting it. This is why you should do your best to recognize when change is coming and tell yourself in advance. For example, maybe your boss just put in her 2 weeks' notice. This means there will be a new boss in 2 weeks who will probably want to change a few things around the office. Let yourself know this and go over the scenario in your mind so the change won't seem as shocking when it does come about. Write down your fears. Change is also uncomfortable because it often digs up some of your deepest fears. Think about the above example. You could be worried that a new boss will demote or fire you. If this is the case, write these fears down. Writing your fears down, no matter what they are, will help you be less afraid and better prepared when and if you need to face them at some point. Ask for help. Are you struggling with a certain change? Ask for help. This can be in the form of mental help from a health professional, or maybe just asking if your friend will allow you to vent with them for a little bit. Everyone has gone through changes at some point in their life and knows how they are feeling. So know that you never have to face change alone. Look for the positives. All of this fear and discomfort come from the negative side of change. Remember, change isn't negative. Change is actually positive. This means you need to do all that you can to see the positive side of change. So maybe your boss is leaving, but maybe this means you will finally get a promotion or that you will have a great time working for someone new. No matter the change in your life, there is always a positive side. Overall, change is a crucial part of life, but knowing this doesn't make it any less difficult to go through. When you are struggling to be comfortable with change, try preparing yourself in advance, writing down your fears, and asking for help if you need it. Don't forget to always look at the positive side of change so that you can forget the negatives. 5 benefits of leaving your comfort zone. Ready to leave your comfort zone? It won't be easy. Leaving your comfort zone will always be a bit uncomfortable. If you can handle a little discomfort, you will be able to reap some amazing benefits when you leave your comfort zone. Keep reading to find out more about the amazing benefits that will come with stepping outside of your comfort zone. 1. You will be more productive. You may not associate your comfort zone with productivity, but the reality is, when you stay in your comfort zone, you are telling yourself that you can't do things. When you say you can't do something, no matter how small it is, this harms your overall productivity. 2. You will be able to adapt easier. Have you ever wondered how someone can fit into a new environment so smoothly? Part of this is because they are easily able to adapt. If you want to do the same thing and adapt to change easily, you need to start by stepping outside of your comfort zone, because this will help you increase your adaptability. 3. You'll be on the road to success. Hate to say it, but no one ever became successful by staying in their comfort zone and refusing to get out. Success only comes after a period of discomfort. And this means that if you want to be successful, you need to leave your comfort zone regularly. 4. Your self-confidence will improve. The best part of leaving your comfort zone? Your self-confidence will improve. Gone are the days when small things will bother you or thinking that you aren't good enough to accomplish something. Stepping out of your comfort zone boosts your self-confidence and will make you feel better than you ever did sitting in your comfort zone. 5. You will discover yourself. Do you know who you are and what you are capable of? If you are sitting in your comfort zone, you probably don't have the slightest idea. When you take steps to make yourself uncomfortable, you discover what you can do. Chances are you are capable of some truly amazing things. So why not find out what these things are as soon as possible? As you can see, there are many benefits to stepping outside your comfort zone, and these aren't even all of them. So if you've been debating about stepping out of your comfort zone, take this as a sign that you should. And before you know it, you will be reaping the amazing benefits that come along with it. 5 uncomfortable things successful people do anyways. Being uncomfortable is never any fun. But if you want to be successful in life, you will likely have to be uncomfortable for at least a small period in your life. You will face several uncomfortable things on the road to success. And if you want to be successful, you will need to do them anyway. 1. Network. Meeting new people is never fun. It is often uncomfortable because you have to start over explaining who you are and why you do what you do. However, networking is a critical part of success. This doesn't just mean at events. If you truly want to be successful, you need to be networking everywhere you go. Whether at the grocery store or a walk in the park, strike up a conversation with someone new. 2. Create good habits. Everyone in this world has some bad habits, and if you want to be successful, you will need to break those habits sooner rather than later. You will need to replace these bad habits with good ones. This won't be comfortable, especially because it will probably involve getting up early. But it is truly the key to being successful. 3. Take risks. Successful people never get where they are in life by taking the safe road. Rather, they take the road less traveled. While this certainly isn't a comfortable road, it truly is the way they got to where they are today. 4. Spend money. Yes, successful people spend money. Not on alcohol or nights out, but on their business and bettering themselves. Successful people know that they are the most important thing in their life, and that they should do everything they can to invest in themselves, even if it costs a little extra. This could mean spending extra money on a gym membership and healthy food rather than ice cream or a new TV. 5. Don't waste time. How many times have you thought about doing something then never got around to doing it? Being able to follow through on what you started sets you apart from successful people. Successful people don't wait around or make excuses. They go for what they want, and they do it right away. Because they know there is no time like the present, and absolutely no time to waste. Being successful is amazing, but you might have to be a little uncomfortable to get there. If you can do the above 5 things, you will find that you are soon on the road to success as well. And once you are there, all the discomfort will be worth it. 5 tips to handle awkward conversations. Sometimes in life, you have to have some awkward conversations. It's inevitable. However, there are ways to make awkward conversations less awkward. You have to know how to handle them. Keep reading to learn a few easy tips for handling the awkward conversations that you have to have in your life. 1. Don't let the conversation pause. Although the conversation is already awkward, it will be more awkward if there are lots of long pauses. Try to keep the conversation going, even if it is tough. If you don't know what to say right away and need a moment to think, then say that. It will keep the conversation going and give you a moment to think without awkwardness. 2. Add in a joke. Depending on the tone of the awkward conversation, it may help to work in a joke. Of course, this is not appropriate for all awkward conversations, but it can help lighten the mood when it is. It can also be a humorous comment about the current situation. Just be sure the joke is appropriate. 3. Find middle ground. Many conversations are awkward because you don't agree with the point of view of the person you are talking to. If this is the case, try to find middle ground before continuing the conversation. For example, if you disagree about something, find something that you both can agree on in the topic and start there. 4. Change the subject. Occasionally, you may accidentally find yourself in an awkward conversation, and it can help to change the subject when this happens. After all, there is no reason to keep a conversation awkward when it doesn't have to be. Just make sure you change the subject to something less difficult to discuss. 5. End the conversation gracefully. Some awkward conversations don't have a conclusion. You and the other person may never see things the same way. If this is the case, it's time to end the conversation. There are many ways to do this gracefully. Thank the person for their time, compliment their discussion style, or even just let them know that they are a great person, but it is now time for you to go. No matter who you are, there will be a time in your life when you need to have an awkward conversation. Use the above tips to help you handle the conversation with ease when this happens. Remember, even if there is no solution to the awkwardness, you can always discontinue the conversation. Just ensure you do so with grace. 4 ways to deal with fear of public speaking. Are you scared of public speaking? You aren't alone. Many people in this world can't imagine getting up in front of a crowd and delivering a presentation. The good news is there are several ways to deal with a fear of public speaking. Keep reading to find out more. 1. Practice, practice, practice. It has been said time and time again that practice makes perfect. The more you practice in advance of a public speaking event, the better it will go. If it goes well, you will find that your confidence improves tremendously. Take your practice to the next level and practice in front of a mirror or a friend. You'll be surprised how much better you feel when you are well prepared. 2. Focus on your speaking. When you practice for your public speaking event, be sure to listen to how you speak and develop a pattern if you can. This will help you better remember what you were supposed to say and speak in the same rhythm when your moment comes. Also, plan your pauses, your breathing, and always think of what you will say next. This will help you feel more prepared and relaxed when you are in front of everyone. 3. Don't focus on the audience. You may have heard that you should picture the audience in their underwear, but this isn't very good advice. It causes you to focus on the audience and get distracted or lost as you speak. Instead, pretend the audience isn't there at all. Focus over the top of their heads. Don't make eye contact. Whatever it takes until you are more comfortable. 4. Publicly speak more often. As bad as it sounds, the best way to overcome your fear of public speaking is to do it more often. This is because you will gain confidence and finesse with time. Volunteer to speak at additional events or work functions. Although it is uncomfortable, especially as you learn, just stick with it, and eventually you will be an amazing public speaker and wonder why you were afraid to begin with. Overall, public speaking is a hard fear to overcome. But if you practice, focus on the way your speaking sounds to yourself, and skip focusing on the audience, you may find it isn't so bad at all. Then you can sign up for every public speaking event in your area, and before you know it, you will be a pro at public speaking.